In the world of WWE, where the spotlight never dims and every detail of a superstar's appearance is under scrutiny, many have turned to cosmetic surgery to maintain their image, boost confidence, or simply meet the entertainment industry's relentless standards. From glamorous divas to powerhouse main eventers, each has their own story behind going under the knife. Let's begin with the first name on our list, a giant in both size and influence. Big Show, when the giant turned to surgery to change his life. Big Show, known off-screen as Paul White, is famous not only for his enormous size but also for being one of the living legends of professional wrestling. A familiar face in countless WWE showdowns, he towered over opponents at over 7 feet tall and weighed in at more than 400 pounds, a true monster figure in the eyes of fans. But behind that imposing image lies a controversial decision, undergoing cosmetic surgery to lose weight. According to Bruce Pritchard, a key backstage figure in WWE, on his podcast Something to Wrestle, Big Show went through several rounds of liposuction before officially debuting in WWE at the St. Valentine's Day Massacre event in 1999. After leaving WCW, Big Show knew that his appearance would be crucial to standing out in WWE, where stars are expected to have not only talent but also a marketable look. Bruce revealed that Big Show was far from peak physical condition at the time. He had reportedly neglected his training for quite a while, resulting in sluggishness and a lack of agility. He was looking for a shortcut, Bruce said bluntly. Big Show wanted a leaner, more chiseled physique, but without spending months sweating it out in the gym. Multiple rounds of liposuction became his fast-track solution for trimming down years of excess fat, especially around his midsection and chest, areas that could seriously affect how a wrestler looks on camera. Bruce even joked, "Look at him now, he's like a giant Superman with six-pack abs." While the comment had a sarcastic edge, it highlighted just how effective those procedures were. Though the surgery undeniably helped him achieve a cleaner, more TV-ready look, it sparked criticism among many in the wrestling world at the time. Some argued that a top-tier wrestler like Big Show should have focused on training and discipline instead of relying on cosmetic fixes. Still, that decision helped him transform his appearance quickly and make a powerful impression during his WWE debut. Today, Big Show is seen as a model of health-conscious professionalism in wrestling, but few realize that journey began on the operating table. A controversial move, no doubt, but one that undeniably opened a new chapter in the Giant's career. Paul Bearer, the iconic manager's return fueled by a health crisis. Paul Bearer, the legendary manager forever linked to the dark and eerie persona of The Undertaker, made a memorable return to WWE in 2004. But behind that emotional comeback was a serious health struggle and a necessary cosmetic procedure that few fans knew about. On an episode of his podcast, Bruce Pritchard revealed that when WWE planned to reunite Paul Bearer with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 20, they had no idea just how dire Bearer's physical condition was at the time. Bearer weighed in at a staggering 525 pounds, nearly 240 kilograms, raising major concerns among WWE's backstage team. There were genuine doubts about whether he could safely climb steps or move around the stage. The situation became especially complicated because his presence was a crucial element in the storyline between The Undertaker and Kane. Faced with this dilemma, WWE made the rare decision to fully fund a liposuction procedure for Bearer, a move almost unheard of for non-wrestling personnel, but necessary in this case. Thanks to the surgery, he lost about 120 pounds, over 54 kilograms, in a relatively short amount of time, just enough for him to participate in the show as planned. That quiet sacrifice helped deliver one of the most haunting and unforgettable moments in WrestleMania history, as Paul Bearer returned to stand beside the Dead Man in a chilling new chapter of their legendary saga. The Rock, when the muscle icon turned to surgery. When talking about male WWE stars who've undergone cosmetic procedures, it would be a major oversight not to mention The Rock, one of WWE's most legendary figures and now a global Hollywood powerhouse. Despite his famously muscular physique and a training regimen often described as forged in fire, Dwayne Johnson once turned to surgery to address a sensitive issue: gynecomastia, a condition involving the enlargement of breast tissue in men. Gynecomastia isn't just a cosmetic concern, it can severely impact confidence, especially for those constantly in the public eye, like athletes and entertainers. The Rock once revealed that, no matter how extreme his workouts or how disciplined his diet, his chest still didn't look the way he wanted. The issue wasn't fat, it was glandular tissue, something that couldn't be fixed through exercise alone. Rather than live with a flaw he couldn't control, The Rock made a bold decision: surgery. It wasn't an easy choice, especially since he was still an active wrestler at the time. There were risks to his physical performance, his health, and his public image. But with professionalism and determination, he recovered impressively. Even more admirable, The Rock chose to speak openly about his experience. For a major male celebrity to discuss such a sensitive topic helped break stigma and encouraged other men to face and address the same condition. The surgery didn't just reshape his chest, it strengthened his image as a confident, powerful figure who isn't afraid to face challenges head-on. And that's exactly the kind of persona Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has built, both in the ring and beyond. The Bella Twins, glamorous looks and backstage cosmetic secrets. You can look, but you can't touch. That was the signature style of the Bella Twins, one of the most captivating twin acts to ever step into a WWE ring. Known for their fierce confidence and striking presence, Nikki and Brie Bella have long been praised for their appearance. But both have also undergone cosmetic procedures to enhance their image. Nikki Bella openly discussed her decision to get breast implants, a personal choice she made to feel more confident in her body. She didn't hide it. In fact, she addressed it directly on the reality show Total Divas back in 2012. Nikki explained that changing her appearance was something she felt was necessary, not just for her wrestling career, but also for her public image in entertainment events and media appearances. Brie Bella, Nikki's twin sister, also underwent a similar procedure. She once shared that during her participation in WWE's Diva Search, some company producers suggested she consider breast augmentation to better match the traditional diva image at the time. While the decision was ultimately hers, it's clear there was backstage influence involved. The Bella Twins have never shied away from discussing the changes they've made to their bodies. For them, what matters most is feeling comfortable, confident, and ready to own the spotlight, whether inside the steel cage or on the red carpet. Stephanie McMahon, when empowerment and aesthetic surgery go hand in hand. Stephanie McMahon, WWE's powerful executive and a familiar face during the company's golden eras, was more than just the brand's chief brand officer. She was a key player in many of WWE's biggest storylines, known for her sharp wit, commanding presence, and fearless attitude. During the Attitude Era, she became an iconic figure. But behind that spotlight was a personal decision she once publicly addressed: her breast augmentation surgery. On a 2015 podcast with Chris Jericho, back when both were still active in WWE, Stephanie candidly opened up about her surgery. While the two were reminiscing about memorable moments from WWE television, the topic of her noticeably enhanced chest came up. Without dodging the subject, Stephanie confirmed that yes, she had undergone breast surgery, and she had no regrets about it. She explained that it all started with comments on Twitter, where fans frequently questioned her appearance. Many speculated whether she'd had work done. The truth was, Stephanie had gained a significant amount of weight during a certain period of her career. After losing it, she began to feel insecure about her chest. That's when she made the decision to get surgery, not due to outside pressure, but because she wanted to feel confident in her own skin. Stephanie also shared a vulnerable moment from her career, when she first felt hurt by a fan sign in the crowd. The sign mocked her sagging chest, and while it wasn't the insult that bothered her, it was the realization that she no longer felt good about her body. That was the turning point that led to her decision, and the surgery ultimately helped her regain her confidence. In the anything-goes world of the Attitude Era, where even the most personal matters could become part of the show, Stephanie didn't hesitate to include her surgery in a televised storyline. What's remarkable is that she was fully in control of that choice. When WWE writers discussed incorporating the breast augmentation into a segment with Chris Jericho, Stephanie was the one who encouraged it. She believed it would help Jericho shine even more in front of the audience. And she was right. On Raw is War in 2001, Jericho delivered a hilariously savage segment comparing before and after photos of Stephanie's surgery on the Titantron, turning it into a spot the difference game. With the crowd roaring, he mocked, "Our billionaire princess has certainly grown up. At least in two very specific areas." He didn't stop there. If her body hits the mat, just let the boobs hit first. Despite being roasted on international TV, Stephanie didn't feel embarrassed. She saw it as just part of the job. She believed that if it added to the entertainment and helped Jericho stand out, it was worth it. Her surgery didn't just enhance her appearance. It became a unique part of WWE's storytelling legacy, where confidence and humor walked side by side. Test. When appearance becomes part of the battle. Test, real name Andrew Martin, was one of the standout names in WWE during the late 1990s and early 2000s. With his towering height and imposing physique, he had all the makings of a WWE superstar, a muscular frame, long flowing hair, and an intense, hard-hitting in-ring style. But beneath the muscles was a physical condition that led him to pursue surgery: gynecomastia, the abnormal development of breast tissue in men. Like The Rock, Test struggled to correct the issue through traditional means like diet and intense training. Despite spending hours in the gym perfecting his body, he couldn't eliminate the excess glandular tissue that created an unbalanced look in his chest. It wasn't just a cosmetic concern, it affected his confidence in front of the camera and live audiences. After weighing his options, Test chose to undergo surgery to remove the excess tissue. The results were immediately noticeable. His physique became more balanced, reinforcing his image as a powerful, polished professional wrestler. In an industry where appearance is a key part of success, especially in WWE, the decision wasn't just about health, it was a strategic move to strengthen and preserve his career. Test never spoke much publicly about the procedure, but the transformation spoke for itself. He looked sharper, stronger, and more confident than ever, ready to dominate in the ring with renewed energy. Sunny, beauty, spotlight, and backstage secrets. Sunny, real name Tammy Lynn Ytch, was one of WWE's original divas, making waves in the 90s with her bombshell looks and magnetic presence. In an era where appearance was often seen as make or break for female performers, cosmetic enhancements were far from uncommon, and Sunny chose that path to maintain her image. She underwent breast augmentation, a calculated decision that aligned with the expectations of a top-tier female star in WWE at the time. In a high-pressure environment where the spotlight magnifies every detail and competition is fierce, maintaining a striking appearance was more than vanity, it was part of the job. The procedure helped Sunny enhance her figure and boost her confidence in front of millions of fans. She also reportedly had liposuction to achieve a slimmer, more toned physique. With a demanding travel schedule and intense performance expectations, maintaining a perfect figure was no easy task. Cosmetic surgery provided a fast and effective solution to help her stay in shape during challenging periods. In addition, Sunny used facial fillers to combat signs of aging and keep her look fresh. Non-invasive treatments like fillers are widely used in the entertainment industry, where age is often scrutinized under the spotlight. For Sunny, these enhancements were part of preserving the iconic image she built during her prime WWE years. Maryse, embracing beauty and taking control of her image. Maryse, former WWE diva and wife of The Miz, has always stood out not just for her in-ring ability, but also for her glamorous looks and sophisticated presence. A familiar face in both wrestling and reality TV, Maryse understands the importance of personal image in building a strong brand. That's why she has openly discussed her decision to undergo breast augmentation. According to Maryse, the procedure was a conscious, personal choice, not to chase beauty standards, but to reflect the style she wanted to embody: bold, sexy, and confident. The surgery helped define her curves, enhancing her silhouette and reinforcing a captivating persona that fit perfectly within WWE's demanding entertainment world. Maryse didn't stop there. She has also used Botox and facial fillers, non-surgical methods aimed at maintaining a youthful appearance. Botox smooths out fine lines by relaxing facial muscles, while fillers restore volume in areas like the lips and cheeks. These quick, minimally invasive treatments are widely popular among celebrities who need to stay camera-ready without extended downtime. For Maryse, every enhancement was about confidence and controlling her own image. It wasn't just about beauty, it was about preserving her unmistakable identity, whether inside the steel cage or in front of the camera. Dana Brooke. When looks become part of the performance. When it comes to strong, stunning blondes in WWE, Dana Brooke is a name that can't be overlooked. With a background in professional fitness, she's known for her toned physique and commanding presence. However, to refine her look even further, crucial in the world of sports entertainment, Dana chose to undergo cosmetic procedures, including breast augmentation and a nose reshaping surgery. The breast enhancement gave Dana a more proportionate, fuller figure, something highly valued in WWE, where physical appeal isn't just about attraction but also about branding and presence. Her standout appearance has helped her stand tall in a fiercely competitive women's division. In addition, Dana had rhinoplasty, a personal decision aimed at achieving better facial symmetry. Beyond aesthetics, nasal surgery can also provide functional benefits, such as improved breathing, which is essential for a high-performance athlete. Like many stars in the wrestling and entertainment industry, Dana also uses Botox and fillers to maintain smooth skin and a youthful glow. For her, beauty enhancements aren't superficial. They're tools that support her image as a powerful, polished, and magnetic performer in and out of the ring. Alexa Bliss. When confidence begins with a personal choice. Alexa Bliss, one of WWE's standout female superstars of the past decade, is known not only for her in-ring talent but also for her honesty and openness when it comes to her personal life. Before joining WWE, Alexa underwent breast augmentation, a decision she made entirely on her own, not because of pressure from anyone else, but simply for herself. Alexa has shared that she'd wanted to change the appearance of her chest for a long time, and once she had the opportunity, she didn't hesitate. For her, the procedure was about more than looks. It was about feeling confident when she saw her reflection. It was a personal step toward feeling at home in her own body. What stands out is how candid she has been about the decision. In multiple interviews, Alexa has openly discussed the surgery, even revealing that she had struggled with body image issues and eating disorders. The procedure helped her move past some of the long-held insecurities that had affected her mental well-being. Her transparency has made her more relatable to fans, especially those who have also battled self-esteem or body confidence issues. Alexa Bliss is not just a talented wrestler, she represents courage, the courage to confront personal struggles and take steps to feel better from within. Chyna. When strength, beauty, and the desire to be understood come together. If one name symbolizes breaking boundaries and redefining the role of women in professional wrestling, it's Chyna, hailed as the ninth wonder of the world. She wasn't just a symbol of physical strength, but also a bold pioneer who wasn't afraid to transform herself in pursuit of what she believed in. And along that journey, cosmetic surgery played a pivotal role. Throughout her career, Chyna underwent several procedures, including breast augmentation, jaw reshaping, and a rhinoplasty. She was open about these changes in her autobiography and interviews after leaving WWE. The breast enhancement helped her craft an image that was both powerful and alluring, a rare combination in WWE at the time. With her muscular build and curvy figure, Chyna stood out. She could go toe-to-toe with men in the ring while still turning heads with her commanding presence. But her transformation didn't stop there. In 1999, Chyna temporarily stepped away from WWE to undergo two major surgeries: nose reshaping and jaw contouring. These weren't just cosmetic tweaks, they were deeply personal efforts to soften the angular features that often led critics to label her too masculine. Chyna longed to be seen as a woman in her own right, not just a muscle-bound phenomenon. The jaw surgery was particularly painful and required a long recovery. Her jaw had to be wired shut, making it nearly impossible to eat normally for weeks. But the results were dramatic. Her facial features softened and aligned more closely with traditional beauty standards. The impact was immediate. Chyna began appearing more frequently in mainstream media, at red carpet events, and most notably, on the cover of Playboy magazine in 2000, a best-selling issue that sparked major attention. After leaving WWE, Chyna continued investing in her appearance. She underwent several more cosmetic procedures to maintain the glamorous image she had built, reportedly spending over $80,000 on enhancements. While this pursuit sometimes bordered on obsession, there's no denying that Chyna inspired countless women to chase their dreams, embrace change, and reinvent themselves fearlessly. Chyna passed away in 2016, but she left behind a legacy like no other, not just as a barrier-breaking force in WWE, but as a woman who took ownership of her image and defied every expectation placed upon her. Renee Young. When natural beauty has a few secrets. On a list of people who've had cosmetic work done, Renee Young might surprise some fans. She's always appeared fresh-faced, radiant, and effortlessly natural. But Renee herself has openly admitted that she's had Botox, an entirely personal choice she's never tried to hide. In an episode of her Regular Girls podcast, which she co-hosted, Renee candidly and humorously shared her Botox experience. She said she never regretted it, except for one time when a doctor injected Botox under her eyes. The result? Her eyelids wouldn't fully close. "I thought I was going blind," Renee joked. "But really, it was just the Botox keeping my eyes open." Thankfully, the issue passed, and everything returned to normal. Despite that little scare, Renee didn't swear off Botox. On the contrary, she's a full supporter of anyone choosing to care for their skin however they see fit. "If it makes you feel more confident, go for it," she said. "If it's not for you, that's fine too. Everyone should do what feels right for them." With her signature wit, she even joked, "Still better than my husband's face. He always looks like he might get a nail stuck in it any second." Diamond Dallas Page. A journey of reinvention inside and out. Diamond Dallas Page, better known as DDP, has long been admired for his energy and relentless spirit. But few people know that at age 45, he chose to undergo some cosmetic procedures, not for vanity, but to align with the new image he was building as a motivational speaker and lifestyle coach, both in and out of the ring. In the early 2000s, while sidelined with an injury, DDP underwent a facelift and a full dental overhaul. His goal was clear, not to chase youth, but to look vibrant and refreshed, reflecting the positive, driven persona he wanted to share with the world. When he returned to the public eye in 2001, fans were surprised by his rejuvenated appearance, full of energy and charisma. While he has had cosmetic surgery in the past, DDP is now one of the biggest advocates for natural living and healthy habits. His program, DDP Yoga, has transformed lives physically and mentally, not just for everyday people, but also for wrestling legends like Scott Hall and Jake the Snake Roberts. To DDP, looks are just the tip of the iceberg. What truly matters is living a healthy, positive life and becoming the best version of yourself, inside and out, both in the ring and beyond. Torrie Wilson. When image and confidence go hand in hand. Torrie Wilson, one of WWE's standout divas from the early 2000s, is remembered not only for her stunning looks but also for her openness and honesty about her beauty journey. In several interviews, Torrie has been upfront about getting breast implants, never shying away from the reasons behind her decision. According to Torrie, undergoing breast augmentation wasn't just about enhancing her appearance, it was about feeling more confident every time she stepped in front of the camera. As a public figure working in an intense environment like WWE, where the spotlight highlights every detail of your body, she understood that personal image was inseparable from professional success. Beyond her breast surgery, Torrie also had a nose job to soften her facial features and create a more balanced look that fit her signature style. She admitted that maintaining an appearance that aligns with fans' expectations and the standards of the entertainment industry comes with significant pressure. For her, cosmetic surgery was one way to cope with that pressure. Still, Torrie emphasized that cosmetic procedures aren't always easy or risk-free. While common among wrestlers, whether for aesthetics or post-injury treatments, complications can and do occur. For Torrie, every enhancement was a personal choice that required thoughtful consideration and emotional readiness. Eva Marie. When appearance becomes a brand. With her striking red hair and unmistakably bold persona, Eva Marie quickly became one of the most talked-about faces on Total Divas and later in WWE. But creating such a memorable image didn't happen by chance. Eva openly turned to cosmetic surgery as part of her brand-building journey. Early in her career, she underwent rhinoplasty to slim and refine her nose, a decision she felt was necessary to stand out in an ultra-competitive industry. Alongside her nose job, Eva Marie also had breast implants, a procedure quite common among female wrestlers at the time. However, things didn't always go smoothly. In an episode of Total Divas, Eva revealed that the implants she'd had for over a decade had begun leaking, forcing her to undergo corrective surgery. She candidly discussed the fear and concern she felt upon discovering the issue, but also showed determination in protecting both her health and her image. For Eva Marie, surgery wasn't just about aesthetics, it was part of crafting a strong, recognizable personal brand. And even when setbacks occurred, she never tried to hide them. Instead, she embraced transparency, using her story to give fans a glimpse into the real struggles behind the spotlight. Trish Stratus. From fitness model to WWE icon. Trish Stratus isn't just a WWE Hall of Famer, she's widely regarded as one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time. Before stepping into the WWE ring, Trish was a professional fitness model, and as part of building her image, she underwent breast augmentation. This procedure played a key role in shaping the bold, sexy persona she brought to the ring, one that made her stand out during the Attitude Era. In addition to breast enhancement, Trish also had a nose job and used facial fillers to maintain a sharp, youthful look. However, working in the high-impact world of professional wrestling came with serious risks. Trish experienced a ruptured breast implant and facial injuries during her career, forcing her to be extra cautious about maintaining her appearance without compromising her health. Still, Trish has always been open about what she's been through. She's never denied having cosmetic procedures. Instead, she's emphasized that these were personal choices meant to support her career and boost her confidence. For Trish Stratus, beauty isn't just about external perfection. It's about taking control of your own narrative, even when it means walking into an operating room. Charlotte Flair, beauty that comes at a cost. As one of the most dominant female superstars in modern WWE, Charlotte Flair is known not only for her in-ring skills but also for her striking appearance. Yet behind that powerful image lies a painful journey she hasn't hesitated to share with fans. Charlotte underwent breast augmentation, but the outcome was far from what she expected. Over time, she began experiencing serious complications, including a leaking implant and silicone toxicity. Things took a turn for the worse after her match at WrestleMania 34 in 2018, when she felt her body rapidly shutting down. The intense pain led to an emergency surgery to correct the issue. Beyond the physical toll, Charlotte also endured lingering emotional distress. Her struggles didn't end there. In 2020, she took another break from WWE to undergo a second corrective procedure to resolve lingering complications. Charlotte opened up about her journey on social media, using her platform to raise awareness about the potential risks of what may seem like routine cosmetic procedures. Her doctor even described her condition as one of the most severe cases he had ever treated. Despite the setbacks and suffering, Charlotte refused to stay down. She returned to the ring, where she belongs, determined to reclaim her place and continue pushing boundaries. With her unmatched presence and resilience, Charlotte Flair proves that achieving a flawless image often comes with sacrifice, strength, and sometimes both blood and tears. Natalya Neidhart, when sacrifice goes beyond the ring. Natalya Neidhart, the daughter of WWE legend Jim, the Anvil Neidhart, and a proud member of the iconic Hart family, has long been one of WWE's most enduring pillars. After nearly 2 decades in the ring, it's no surprise that her body has taken a toll from years of hard-hitting competition. One of the most notable surgeries Natalya has undergone is rhinoplasty, or nasal reconstruction. While many assume rhinoplasty is purely cosmetic, Natalya's case stemmed from a serious in-ring injury. She once publicly shared a photo of her severely deviated septum, clear evidence of the physical damage she endured. The surgery was not only to improve her appearance but also to correct breathing issues and relieve constant discomfort in her daily life. In addition to that, Natalya also had breast augmentation, a procedure quite common among WWE's female talent. In an industry where personal image is deeply tied to one's brand, maintaining a toned, attractive figure is almost part of the job. For Natalya, the decision was less about vanity and more about readiness for a role that constantly puts her in the global spotlight. Through all the ups and downs, Natalya has remained professional and honest about the steps she's taken to sustain her career. Her story is one of physical sacrifice and unwavering dedication to her craft, no matter the cost. Carmella, bold, honest, and unapologetic about beauty. In an era where public figures are constantly scrutinized for their looks, Carmella, the moonwalking princess of Staten Island, stands out as one of the few modern WWE superstars willing to openly discuss her cosmetic procedures. Frequently targeted on social media, Carmella has chosen to respond with honesty and confidence. In a candid appearance on WWE's official YouTube channel, she didn't shy away from saying, "Yes, I got a boob job." She also cleared up a common misconception among fans. "What makes me laugh is when people say I've had work done on my whole face. That's not true at all. I've only had lip fillers, and I'm not ashamed of it." On her personal social media, Carmella often shares makeup-free selfies, proving that cosmetic procedures don't equate to hiding who you are. For her, beauty enhancements are personal choices, ones that don't require justification. If there's something you want to change to feel better about yourself, go for it. Don't let other people's opinions stop you from becoming the version of yourself you want to be. Carmella isn't just stunning on camera. She's fearless in giving a voice to the women constantly pressured to meet impossible beauty standards in a tough, image-driven industry. Paige, the freedom to define herself. Paige, one of WWE's most prominent female superstars of the past decade, has never shied away from talking about her cosmetic procedures. As a central figure on Total Divas, Paige quickly became aware of the pressure to maintain a polished appearance in the public eye. Rather than avoiding the topic, she chose to be open with her fans, aiming to break down the stigma. She openly admitted to having breast augmentation, a decision she felt was necessary to align with the image she wanted to present in WWE. A bold, edgy, yet undeniably attractive female warrior. Beyond that, Paige has also used lip fillers and undergone minor facial tweaks to boost her confidence, especially in an industry where looks and personality are constantly under scrutiny. In a candid street interview with TMZ in Hollywood in October 2019, Paige joked, "I just came from getting work done. I'm about to get a little Botox and a few other things." She later tweeted with trademark honesty, "Yeah, I've had lip filler." For Paige, cosmetic work isn't something to be ashamed of. She's helped challenge the notion that women in wrestling must choose between being strong or being sexy. She chose both, and on her own terms. Mandy Rose, WWE's modern-day bombshell. When it comes to combining stunning looks with in-ring skill, Mandy Rose is one of WWE's standout names. With her striking appearance, toned physique, and confident presence, she quickly became the embodiment of the modern-day diva. But behind that image were personal choices, including her decision to undergo breast augmentation. Mandy has never tried to hide it. She's been completely transparent, explaining that the choice came from her own desire, not from external pressure. For her, the procedure wasn't just about aesthetics, it was a way to feel more confident, both professionally and personally. In WWE's environment, where female superstars are expected to be both powerful and visually captivating, Mandy understood the game and played it on her own terms. In fact, when Ember Moon once revealed that NXT women were encouraged to look more like Mandy, it spoke not just to Mandy's influence, but to the unspoken beauty standards that still linger in the industry. Though her choices have sparked debate, there's no denying that Mandy Rose used her appearance, and her autonomy over it, as a tool to build a powerful, unmistakable brand in WWE. McCool, the picture of perfection in the ring. As one of the most dominant divas of WWE's golden era, McCool, wife of The Undertaker, was known not only for her in-ring skills but also for her near-flawless appearance. Throughout her career, Michelle consistently presented herself with a sharp, powerful, yet undeniably glamorous look, a rare balance in the world of professional wrestling. Although she has never publicly confirmed it, many longtime industry insiders believe Michelle underwent breast augmentation. The decision aligned with her transformation from a former schoolteacher to one of WWE's most prominent female figures, where appearance often holds as much weight as athletic ability. Michelle has never shied away from discussing the unrealistic expectations women face in the industry. The image she crafted wasn't built on wrestling alone, it was also shaped by a strong investment in presentation. In a world where everything, from a finishing move to a hairstyle, is scrutinized, it's no surprise she placed importance on maintaining a polished image. With her ideal physique and commanding presence, Michelle helped define the beauty standards of her WWE era. Even after stepping away from the ring, she remains one of the few divas remembered for seamlessly blending athletic talent with impeccable presentation. Kelly, beauty so nice, they named her twice. You can't talk about beauty in WWE without mentioning the fan favorite whose name echoed twice, Kelly. Born Barbara Blank, she was one of the standout faces of the Divas era and a beauty icon remembered by millions. But behind that glamorous image were bold personal choices, including undergoing breast augmentation during her wrestling career. Kelly's decision to enhance her bust was part of her transformation into the kind of star WWE was promoting at the time. Sexy, eye-catching, and unmistakably marketable. The procedure supported her dynamic, sultry persona on screen and gave her a confidence boost in front of massive live and TV audiences. More than just cosmetic, Kelly's appearance was a calculated part of her brand strategy, helping her stand out in a division crowded with talent. In an environment where looks could directly influence opportunities, Kelly used her assets smartly to gain the spotlight. This helped propel her into major storylines, both in-ring and romantic, solidifying her legacy as one of the most memorable stars of the Divas era. Sable, the seductive icon and legendary WWE heel. And finally, when it comes to the greatest female heels in WWE history, it's impossible not to mention Sable, the woman who could mesmerize a crowd and enrage them in the same breath. One of the most iconic figures of the Attitude Era, Sable stood out not just for her fierce confidence and icy glare, but also for her stunning looks, shaped in part by cosmetic surgery, most notably breast augmentation. Sable's allure was inseparable from the character she portrayed. Every time she walked through the curtain, her gaze, smile, and physique radiated dominance, an empowering beauty that she owned completely. This commanding presence made her character shine in an era where rebellion and boldness were the gold standard. Her rivalries often revolved around two main themes: pride and appearance. And she wielded both as weapons. Cosmetic enhancements weren't just about looking good, they were essential in helping her fully embody her on-screen persona, from glamorous diva to the villainous fans loved to hate. At a time when sex appeal was part of the formula for success, Sable didn't just play by the rules, she redefined them in the WWE spotlight. Whether they've gone under the knife or not, these wrestlers have captured fans' hearts with their talent and undeniable charisma. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and follow Wrestling Sphere so you won't miss any of the most compelling stories from the world of WWE.